Hey, Capricorn. Mel, Intuitive Soul Coach here, excited to bring to you your 2025 yearly reading. Welcome back if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Capricorn, grab your favorite beverage, grab a pen and paper, cozy on in because we are about to get deep. We are looking at your monthly forecast for the year ahead, starting off here with the key themes and overall energy for 2025. You have finances. This is all about abundance. It's about your commitments, where you're spending your money. Some of you, there's a large purchase that you could be investing in 2025. There could even be some payouts. Maybe you're selling business, property, land. This is also about new income sources. So finances is a big key theme and overall energy for you in 2025. So let's dive in here. January. Capricorn season, you have gifts. This is beautiful because this is your birth month for those of you sun sign Capricorns. And this is a really beautiful month for gratitude. There's surprises coming in. This is celebratory energy. You are really taking a look at your prior year and the highs that you've gone through and the lows, and what can you do this year to make better choices or to live healthier? How can you live more abundantly, more rich and rewarding 2025? That's what I feel like you are tapping into. So you're making some choices here in the month of January that are setting the groundwork for your entire year. Spirit, what are we looking at with the gifts showing up here? All right, you have the King of Wands. Some of you are entrepreneurs. You may be looking at travel this month as well. King of Wands is an influencer. He's someone who marches to the beat of his own drum. So this could be the energy that you're taking on, okay? So you could be someone who's very active, very passionate, very goal-oriented. You may be a businessman, a businesswoman, someone who is a leader of their community, someone who's very successful, very adventurous, very resourceful. And I feel like if this is someone you are meeting here, I feel like they could be helping bring things together for you. So this could also be a business partner. It could be some sort of partnership or friends that you are connecting with where you can really showcase your talents. You can really work together. Now, Seven of Swords tells me that you've gone through a lot of situations where trust was a factor. It's in reverse here and it's with the Death card. So I feel like this is things of the past that have been put to an end, but they have transformed you. They've transformed you in big ways where you'll never again be the same. But at the same time, I feel like you're more wise. You have some newfound wisdom because of the betrayal, because of some of the sabotage or those experiences that you've gone through. And I feel like the reason why this is coming up is because you're trying to work this year on trusting yourself. There may even still be a cycle that you are wrapping up in your life that wasn't ending. And it feels like you're really coming close to this ending. It's been a long journey for you, Capricorn. There's been maybe even a bit of delayed gratification because of this Seven of Swords. Perhaps that Seven of Swords sabotaged some sort of success, but because you have the King of Wands here and because you have the gifts, your gifts cannot be severed. These are gifts that you'll have for the rest of your time on earth. And what's meant for you is going to shine through in 2025. And it just feels like you may have dealt with people who tried to cut you down. They may have tried to destroy your name in a way, or it's like feeling like someone's being dragged through the mud here is what I'm picking up. But you're coming back from that. And even though you've changed in a big way, I feel like you've actually gained more more inner trust and intuition. You've gained more insight based on what you've gone through. Now, the world is you setting yourself up for the next year ahead. This is a graduation. Some of you, you're graduating into the next phase of your life, and for the next, the next age as well, because this is shifting out of the last year that you've gone through and entering into a new, not just a new year, but a new number. You are a year older, a year wiser, where you have more experience under your belt. Because the world is showing up, this is the year that gratification that may have been delayed is really showing up in a victorious way for you. This is reminding you that 2025 is your oyster, right? The world is your oyster here. And yes, there's been a lot reflected to you, and some of you are going through a bit of a reflection period here in the month of January, but I feel like you're stronger. I keep getting this energy of strength. I'm surprised we haven't seen didn't see the Leo strength energy coming in, because I feel like you've gone through a lot that could have really shifted the way that you view others or view the world, but you're not letting that situation get the best of you. And I feel like you should be very, very proud of how far you've come. So let's look at February. You have Animal Kingdom. Beautiful. This is the card of companionship and unconditional love. Yes, sometimes it certainly represents the animals that are within our home. This can be animals that have crossed over. You could be getting signs from animals in the great outdoors. So really paying attention to the animal kingdom in the month of February, because I feel like there's important information here around support and companionship. You may even be getting a new animal. Okay, some of you could be getting a new pet. You may be celebrating like a pet birthday. There could be a vet trip that you take your vet to go get checked up, or maybe there is a grooming appointment here for a pet in the month of February. But I also see it's important for you to pay attention to the signs and the symbols that are coming through in the month of February, because it could be your ancestors. It could be a loved one in spirit letting you know that they're supporting you, watching over you. So perhaps you see the cardinals, or you see, blue jays. I am getting feathers here for you, but some of you, it could be a bunny, it could be a rabbit. We have those two animals showing up. And I also see loyalty, because you know what they say, man's best friend. And you see that there is a dog sitting next to this woman on the lake, and it feels like there's a sense of loyalty entering into your world, and you can trust in this situation. And perhaps that's why you're starting off with that 7 of Swords, because you're like, can I trust this situation? Whatever this is for you, I feel like you can trust it, because look what you have clarifying. You have the Ace of Pentacles. There's the start of a new life, some sort of new beginning. And you have the Wheel of Fortune, divine timing. This is destiny. This is fate. This is, a cycle that you are renewing. There's a renewal of life coming in, and a turning point. And this is all about a brand new journey, but you're hesitating because of what you've gone through. But I feel like the message from the animal kingdom is don't hesitate. And I am going to pull an animal card here for you, just because we have the animal kingdom. What's the message here from the animal kingdom? What does Capricorn need to know about the animals here? Maybe someone's getting an animal for their birthday as well. Let's see. We have giraffe. See the bigger picture. Now, it's interesting because at the end of January, the 28th, we're shifting out of Aries North Node, Libra South Node, and we're shifting into Pisces and Virgo, which is all about seeing the bigger picture. So this is a year for you, maybe financially, of seeing the bigger picture. But look what we have that just came out. You have the dog spirit, and it says, be loyal to what you love. It's card 19. In tarot, 19 is the sun. So there's double confirmation of loyalty, something that you can trust. And this can also be a message of self Like trust yourself here and see the bigger picture, see beyond maybe limited thinking here. So I love that the dog is coming in to clarify here. So loyalty, trust is the big key theme for you in the month of February 2025, because you certainly have a new path or a new beginning that is opening up for you. So let's look at March. March, you have authenticity. Now, I love this card because it reminds me that you are a wildflower amongst a bed of roses, and you're standing out here in some way. So whenever this card shows up, this is about your unique vision, your unique talents. It's about you being comfortable in your own skin. And sometimes that requires you to step outside, of a comfort zone. And yes, it may feel uncomfortable, but once you do it, I feel like there's magic. There's magic around you. This is genuine energy. It's honest. It's ethical. It's real. And people are going to be attracted to you. And I'm getting like, Where's Waldo? Remember those books? Maybe you've seen them, or you have children or grandchildren, or you used to read them as a child, but you would find Waldo, and Waldo kind of stood out, and there'd be so many things going on in the storyline or in the book. But you could find Waldo by his striped red and white suit, right? And I feel like there's going to be Waldos that pop up for you throughout 2025. And it may feel like you're on a little bit of a hunt, but I actually see that you are getting recognized by something that you are offering here. It's your energy, though. It's not the red and white stripes that are giving you away. I just feel like it's your energy that is shining through. So it could be that you're putting your unique touch on something that maybe everybody else is doing, but the way that you do it is unique to you. This is about you being recognized as well. There's something about you standing out in a crowd. For those of you that have been in some sort of competition, or there's been a competitive energy, I just feel like you are rising above that competition. You're the one that is standing out amongst everyone else here. Or you will, at least for the right people. For the people that you are, that want wildflowers versus roses, those are your people. That's the energy that you are going to attract. And you have here the Three of Wands. Success is but a move away. The Three of Wands is manifestation. It's anticipation. It is, moving forward with some sort of planning. But don't get lost in the planning, because when we get lost and overwhelmed, we hesitate. And we say, well, maybe I should just keep on planning. Maybe there's more to plan out here. Spirit is saying you're ready. You're ready to make that move. You are right in this Chess Valley. You see Alice is right there in Chess Valley, and she's been already contemplating what move to make. Spirit is saying now's the time. So in the month of March, if you have a unique idea, if you have a vision, if you have some sort of inner truth that is meant to come out within you, March is the time to go for it. You have the Witch. The Witch is the bonus major arcana in this deck, represented by Dorothy. And this energy is all about magic, transformation, protection. She is a powerful force. She's very, very, very gifted. But sometimes she may need recognition or external validation for her to feel like she's worth it. No, you don't, right? No, you don't. This is about you staying true to your path, and it's crucial for you to believe in your abilities, okay? And it almost feels like other people in the past, they may have cut you down, and that's why it's so significant for one to receive external validation, because yes, it does make someone feel proud. Excuse me, it does make you feel good when people tell you this is great work, or, that's a really good book that you wrote, or whatever validation that you receive, and you're going to get that. But that's not where your worth and determination and value is placed. It's within you. Now, the Witch, Dorothy, she's had that magic within her all along. She didn't have the ruby red slippers. That was just the external piece of it. But that magical piece, tapping the slippers, 3 times and saying there's no place like home, that was something she already had within her. But she had to go on that journey. She had to go on the yellow brick road in order to find her courage, her strength, and remember her heart. Hence her friends, right? The Scarecrow, the Lion, and the Tin Man. So I feel like this is a month where you have unwavering potential. Like, don't waver with your talents, because you are very, very, very talented here. And your unique vision can be very successful, but you have to believe in yourself. Because remember, if you are in that bed of roses and you're sitting there thinking, well, I'm just a wildflower, or maybe you're telling yourself you're a weed, and maybe you're not really a weed, you're actually a wildflower. And yes, people could be coming along and they think that they're going to get some roses because that's the bed that you're in, is the rose bed, but you're going to have that right person or the right group of people or whomever, they're going to come through and say, that is the most beautiful wildflower I've ever seen. And I feel like they're going to want to pick you. So trust in your ability to shine your light. Quit telling yourself you're a darn weed, Capricorn, when you are a wildflower. Now, nothing wrong with weeds, of course, but they can tend to overtake. They overtake the energy. They overtake the gardens, and we got to pluck those weeds sometimes. And I just feel like you've been told something that wasn't true, that may have messed with your self-worth. Okay, now let's look at Q2, diving into April, May, and June. There's your heart. So this is the heart here of, is it the Tin Man in the heart? It feels like you're opening yourself up, and maybe that Tin Man part of you, maybe you had walled yourself off. Maybe walled yourself off to love, or you stopped dancing because someone told you you weren't good enough. I had someone the other day in my comment section say how their father had compared their gift to their current wife, and they said, you'll never be an artist like like so and so. Excuse me. And that absolutely destroyed that individual's self-worth when it comes to her talent, when it comes to her gift. So that voice, that one comment, that one word, that one conditioning or belief that we've been told we can hang on to, and we may never want to do that again because we believe it. It's something that destroys us, and we're like, wait a second, this is you waking up. This is you knowing that your self-worth is not based on what someone else says. Their opinion of you is just that, right? Their opinion. Let them. I don't care who this is. If this is someone that you're close with, it could be family, it could be someone even that you really looked up to, which is very difficult. It's very unfortunate when someone is such a powerful influence and they say something and it holds such impactful beliefs within you, but you remembering your power and your magic, and that it's not based on someone else, that's what you're remembering this month. And so in the month of April, you have your heart's desires really being put out there. You're putting your heart on the line is basically what I see. And this is the energy of vulnerability. And we need to become vulnerable. And what that means is opening ourselves up to a wide range of emotions. And that can be difficult when we've been hurt. We say, well, if I just keep the Tin Man, locked up here, I can move forward. But really, when you do that, you're locking away your authenticity. You're shrinking down your energy. And this is making some new decisions. This is about you loving what you do. This is about you making choices and decisions from that heart space. Some of you, you're paying attention to your heart health. Okay, so this means working on reducing stress. This can be forgiveness. For some of you, perhaps there's been some sort of heart surgery or heart health that you've really had to focus on, maybe even depression or anxiety. But I feel like you're waking up. This could be a really big month of a heart chakra activation. For those of you that are single and maybe you are authentically stepping forward in your truth, in your power, this could be a wonderful month for love. But let's look. What's coming in here for, oh, Queen of Cups. Look at that. This is beautiful. Queen of Cups, King of Swords. Yeah, I almost feel like this King of Swords, that's that voice that I was just telling you about. Some sort of voice, whether it's part of your own, maybe it's self-criticism or self-sabotage. That can be that King of Swords coming in. That's a belief that we start to tell ourselves and we start to believe, whether it's yours or the word of someone else. I feel like this King of Swords is coming in, and you see that it's represented by the gnat. You've all had some sort of nauseums, I think they're called, nauseums, or flies or gnats or even mosquitoes for simple context here. Mosquitoes buzzing around when you're trying to enjoy a nice evening by the water and you have a mosquito and you didn't bring bug spray and you're like, oh man, this mosquito just keeps showing up and you keep getting bit, and before you know it, you're not even enjoying your time because you're focusing so much on those darn mosquitoes trying to suck the life out of you. This month, it feels like you have come prepared. You've come prepared with your mosquito spray, right? Or your protection. There's something about you protecting yourself from that voice. And I feel like that's what's happening. And you're saying, wait a second, I'm a Queen of Cups. I'm someone who fosters genuine connections. I love what I do. I know that I bring all of my heart to the table here. So there is a very beautiful, compassionate, nurturing, loving energy that is showing up for you this month. And so don't let that mosquito come in and destroy what could be a beautiful offering or a beautiful event or a night or the whole month at that. There's something quite significant this month around the heart. You're waking up. You're introducing love back into your life. Let's take a look here at May. Someone's traveling in the month of May, or someone is definitely expanding. This is Gypsy Soul. This is expeditions, tourism, new lands. Perhaps you are moving. This could be real estate. Maybe you're a pilot. You could be getting into, Airbnb, or even switching around your living space, living arrangement. Some of you are getting new furniture this month, or even a new vehicle, because I see the transportation here. But for a lot of you, this is, stepping outside of a comfort zone and feeling like you have multiple views or multiple angles to see things from. I feel like there's an expansive mindset coming in for you in the month of May. What do we have here for Capricorn in the month of May with Wanderlust, please? The Fool, there's definitely travel coming in, travel companion. If you're not physically traveling, you're definitely booking a trip here, or you are looking at your calendar. Maybe you're booking a music festival. You could get an invite to a wedding. It feels like this is beautiful. You have the 9 of Pentacles. You're creating. You are well on your way, or you're about to really step into creating a life that you love. The 9 of Pentacles is showing up as Queen Alice twice. So there's a new journey. And what I see is you're going down the rabbit hole, okay? You're going down the rabbit hole, but then you come out this beautiful version of yourself that, has grown, has evolved, has matured, and really believes in herself, because it's almost like the young Alice, the naive Alice going down that rabbit hole. I'm not calling anyone naive, but it feels like a young, innocent, like fresh start, fresh journey. And if you are brave enough, which you are, to say yes to this adventure, I feel like you come back changed. Okay, you come back changed here. The 9 of Pentacles can be self-sufficiency, independence. This could even be a solo trip for some of you. Or, of course, if we find love the month prior, you could be traveling to meet someone here. but I just feel like you have a lot of moves that you're going to make here, but these moves you're making based on what's best for you, not someone's voice, not that mosquito buzzing in your ear distracting you. I feel like you're self-sufficient. You're standing on your own 2 feet. Some of you, this has to do with buying a home. Okay, May could be the month of buying a home, or taking that leap of faith. Perhaps this is one of those months where finances really show up. We talked about that. This could be a payout or some sort of investment. I feel like this is a power month. Okay, so if you're taking notes, jot that down. May is a power month for you, for new beginnings and taking risks. Also, because we have the Wanderlust, this could also be global impacts or cryptocurrency, digital influences as well. So let's look at June. What do we have for June? June is a month of making sure we are eliminating drama or toxicity from our bodies, from our environments, our relationships. You have the detox card. So if there is any drama, I feel like you don't want a part of it. This is a month where you're saying, not my monkeys, not my circus. I need to stay healthy. I need to stay in that mindset of abundance, because this is a big time for you. What I'm getting here, we're going to clarify, some of you could even be in the business of wealth, yes, health and nutrition. Perhaps you're teaching about health and nutrition, and on that card, I just put it back in the pile, but there was mushrooms. So some of you, this has to do with like medicinal mushrooms, maybe mushroom tea, mushroom coffee, or mud water. That's been coming up here for a few signs. So some of you could be looking into medicinal properties, or using some plants or fruits or vegetables. Maybe you're juicing here. Maybe this is part of your business as well, because I just see health and nutrition and, not just physically, but mentally. That may be part of what you're making money off of this year. But let's take a look. Spirit, well, the Fool card showing up again. Try not to overindulge. Sometimes we get excited. Think of a little kid in the cookie jar. A little kid in the cookie jar, he takes that cookie jar down and he eats a cookie and is like, this is good. And he just keeps eating those cookies until he has a big old sore stomach. And I'm kind of getting that message also with the Fool card. So this could be a month where you may feel tempted to overindulge, and that may be why the detox is here. And maybe even in money, right? Perhaps you've spent some money on something, maybe a new home, and you're like, yeah, but I want all this stuff for the new home. Just be mindful that you're not overindulging. Now, of course, if you're able to do so, you do you, but I feel when it comes to your health, make sure that you are moderating, okay? Because the Fool card is showing up again, but it's showing up in reverse. And look there's all the mushrooms again. So maybe someone is refocusing, recentering. Mushrooms sometimes have to do with also the brain and memory, things of that nature. Some of you could be going on some new supplements, some new vitamins, or just new foods. You could also be getting a health check this month. So nutritionist, or you're going to see a doctor, or maybe you're booking a dental appointment. I almost get a message of don't be foolish with your health. Okay, because the Fool, it did show up in reverse. So sometimes that can be, a foolish energy where we can become naive. And in this case, you need, the more that you know, the better. Instead of, what's the saying? Sometimes less is more, or I forget the saying about naivety. I just feel like it's important for you to take care of something that's showing up within your health. Like, don't put it off is the message that I'm getting here. King of Wands. King of Wands, travel. if you are traveling here at this time, I feel like it's important to make sure you're taking the precautions. Okay, make sure that you're drinking healthy water, eating foods, things like that. Okay, Spirit, why do we have the King of Wands showing up? And for those of you that are in the business, maybe entrepreneurship of something that has to do with, eliminating toxicity or focusing on the body, the mind, the health, I just feel like this is a huge emphasis for you this month. Ignorance, that's the phrase. Ignorance is bliss. In this case, it's not. Okay, I'm just going to put that out there because sometimes that can be the fool. Ignorance is bliss. Sometimes the less you know, the better. But I feel in this case, the opposite. Like the more you know, the more you'll be able to step into that King of Wands and move forward. And look at, we have the Knight of Swords. There's the knowledge. There's the moving forward. So there's something about learning, teaching, education, listening to your body, listening to what your soul self, because that's the Fool, that's our soul self. What is your body trying to teach you or want you to pay attention to? Because I feel like you are moving up here all the way to that King of Wands. So there is expansion. There's an expansion of the mind. So I feel like this is a good energy for you. Okay, good energy this month about focusing on health and wellness. And I feel like there's a lot to learn. And you're really going to expand upon whatever you're curious about in this month. All right, let's look at quarter 3. July, August, September. Law of attraction. What you think about, you bring about. You are a key manifester this month. This is about positive affirmations, a magnetic energy, and really focusing on that vision. Remember your unique vision that you had here back in March? There's something that you're focusing on at the beginning of the year that you're going to see coming to fruition mid-year for you, the beginning of the quarter 3. So what is this? What are we bringing into attraction here? What is this for Capricorn? I feel like it's good. I feel like it's good. Okay, yeah. It's something you've been wanting for quite some time. You've been working really hard though with the 10 of Wands. This is something that you are determined. I feel like you went through a lot of sacrifice in order to bring something into your world, but you didn't give up. And this is about that abundant mindset. So this may be one of those months where you see proof and evidence of your hard work paying off. Because we have here self-control, we have balance with the temperance, but I feel like this has been a long time coming. Like you've been manifesting this for quite some time. You've been working hard for it. And again, this 10 showing up here, 10 of Wands, I just feel like you finally hit the end of the manifestation, and now it's coming to fruition. Spirit, what is this? What is this showing up for Capricorn? Can we get a sneak peek? What is that? We have the 3 of Wands. There you are. There's that move that we talked about you making. So because you were brave enough to take a move, success is here. This is courage, right? It's courage to step outside of your comfort zone. And that's what I see you doing. Remember all that planning that you were doing? This is the moment where all that planning is paying off. Now you're putting it out there. Some of you could be graduating, or you've studied for something here. You've been thinking or contemplating about making this move for a while. Now it's coming towards you. Yeah, because maybe you had other responsibilities, Capricorn. Maybe you had children, or you had, financial obligations, or it just feels like you had to put something on the back burner with the temperance. You had to tend to that garden, and that garden, it takes time to grow. You don't just plant an apple seed and have an apple tree the next day. I feel like it takes years and years, and I see that you've been watering something here, little drips at a time, but it feels like you never gave up, and it's something that's always been weighing heavy on your mind, on your spirit, on your soul, and this is the month where you truly make a move towards what it is that you want, and you are becoming that vibrational match, that vibrational frequency, and there's abundance growing. So I definitely see something growing here in a big way, but it's about time is what I'm hearing. It's about time. So be mindful of your thoughts, be mindful of what it is that you are telling yourself, your self-talk, because law of attraction is highlighted for you in the month here of July. Let's look at June. Or excuse me, okay, we already did June. August. Okay, is June significant, Spirit? January, February, March, April, May, June. Okay. Health. Because my throat, I was clearing my throat a couple times. So some of you, maybe this has to do with the thyroid, or it has to do with speaking up. It may have to do with communication, expression, the throat chakra. And what do we have here? Because June was detox. Remember, June was that month about, withdrawing from drama. Maybe there's something that shows back up in the month of August that brings in that leap of faith, that brings in some sort of honesty. Maybe this is about being honest, not being in denial, speaking up for what you want, because the trust card is really significant for you this month. This theme of trust and communication is big. Spirit, why is this so big for Capricorn this month? Okay, Hierophant, because you're committing to it. This could be a lifelong commitment for you. Whatever you're attracting into your life, I feel like this is lifelong. And it could be, a new path career-wise. It could be an investment where you purchase a home. It could be a relationship. It's important for you to get honest and say, is this really what I want to do? Or is this really the relationship I want to be in for the rest of my life? Or is this the job that I want to retire in? So I see you getting honest with yourself, and maybe even getting honest with someone else here. And the Hierophant says, I'm ready to open my heart up for a new beginning. The Ace of Cups is the drink me vial. Remember when Alice drinks the potion and she continues to grow? Or maybe she's eating the cookie. I'm not sure. But I feel like there's confidence here. There's a new beginning when it comes to your commitments. The Ace of Cups is a gift. This is a new love connection. There's also a strong emphasis here on self-love, but I see, because there's two pinkies, it almost feels like there's someone else here that could be coming into your world, or they're currently already in your world, but the both of you are going to discuss a new beginning together. A new beginning that it's a big commitment for you. It could be marriage. It could be a home. It could be, what to do with retirement, or, assets. It just feels like this is something that the both of you will be discussing or talking about. And I feel like this is beautiful. The Ace of Cups is a soul-quenching renewal. It is emotional fulfillment, curiosity, positivity, and hope. And that's what you are committing to. You're committing to this new path that has all of the above. So I love this month for you. I feel like this is a really wonderful month for you to trust, be honest with yourself, ask for what you need, speak up, be real, be authentic. And I feel like you're attracting that. That's you becoming that vibrational match for the law of attraction here. Let's look at September. We have timing showing up here in the month of September. Now this is this is an interesting month because we shift into the autumn equinox here in the northern hemisphere. So there's a lot of busyness going on. And sometimes it's like that white rabbit in Alice in Wonderland. I'm late for a very important date. So there could be a lot of busyness going on for you this month. Timing could slip away from you. If you have some big events, some big things, you may want to really work on time management in the month of September, because I feel like patience is required. There could be some back spinning. Now, I'm not sure where retrograde lands in 2025. I'm sure I'll talk about it when the time comes, but I feel like there's some sort of results that will come about because of your patience, positive results. Let's see here. Why do we have timing showing up for Capricorn? It feels like the time is now to make a move. The time is now for that new beginning. The Star, the time has come for a brighter future ahead. This is the Glinda, the Good Witch. In The Wizard of Oz, when Dorothy and her friends need help, need support, after a tower moment, right? After something has happened, that's when that beautiful pink ball starts to magically appear above them. And then she manifests into, Glinda. I remember always thinking she's the most beautiful, magical witch. She just has this vibrant energy about her. And it feels like you're protected. It feels like no matter what, when you need it most, this energy is never going to leave you. Okay. It's always with you. Even though you can't always see it, it's going to appear when you need it most. So when you are asking for guidance, when you are asking for help. Now, this is also the energy of healing. The star shows up because she brings in, wishes. She brings in a brighter future. She's inspirational. She's what dreams are made of. And I feel like she also brings healing to situations. So it feels like she's coming through this month to let you know that everything is working out in divine timing. We don't have to rush. There's not a rush on this here. You're going to see results. And there is the Lovers. Wow. There's Dorothy and her best friend, the Scarecrow, right? So the Lovers are showing up. And it may be that there's something around a love dynamic. Now, I don't know if this is coming together or if it's been a separation here or a divorce, because I almost feel like it flipped out. It's going to be different for everyone, but it flipped out a little bit in reverse, but kind of making its way to its side. So I feel like there's healing and there's a brighter future ahead, maybe for both parties. Even if both parties aren't together, maybe they are, but I see that there's a lot of inspiration when it comes to matters of the heart. All right. Some of you may have even thought that some sort of dream or wish would never happen. And maybe that's where this result comes in, because this could be a really big month where some dream that you've wanted, that beautiful Glinda energy comes in and says, wait a second, this is something that it is destined. This will happen for you, and it's coming in for you sooner than you think. All right, quarter four. What do we have for quarter four? October, November, and December. There you are. There's the sooner than you think. A situation that is going to open your heart up fully. The Lovers reminds you that the falling in love part is easy, right? The falling in love with your craft, falling in love with another human being, that part's easy. That's why they call it falling. But it's the staying in love. And I feel like you've worked on your consistency. You've worked on something. But when sometimes you get to that point where you've worked on it long and hard and there's no progression, you might decide to part ways. And for some of you, you have, or you will do that in 2025. And for others of you, you've gone through that in the past, where now you may be opening your heart to new love. And I see that your soul is ascending. You have the card here of ascension in the month of October. This is personal growth. It is meditative states of awareness, meaning that you're vibrating at a higher frequency. You are vibrating at a frequency that sometimes feels a little bit lonely, right? As you are challenged to move on and leave that old world behind. But I feel like the right energies are coming with you, or you're going to find new ones. Okay. This is about awareness. And when you ascend on a soul level, yes, it changes everything externally. So I just feel like there's some new experiences that you are ready to take to the next level. You are ready to go the next level. So let's take a look here and clarify. Why is ascension here? Death, transformation. Yeah, exactly. You're ready to leave the old behind. And the Hermit, exactly what we just talked about here. Now the Hermit's in reverse, which means you could be coming out of this period of transformation where you are rising above. I mean, this is the start of Scorpio season. The Death card is a Scorpio energy here. So I feel like the Hermit is a lot of soul searching, a lot of introspection, but I feel like instead of shutting down, which sometimes we tend to do, that's your soul advancing, saying, wait a second, we're going to open up. We've gone through this transformation. Now it's time to spread your wings. Now it's time to really show the world what you're made of. Spirit, why is the Death and the Hermit card showing up? For some of you, someone has crossed over. Okay, I'm just going to put that out there. Someone has crossed over, and I feel like it's caused one to really go within. I feel like this could be the past, though. I don't feel like it's a prediction here, but I do feel like you have grown a lot since this person has left the physical plane. You've grown as a person, but you're still very much connected to them energetically, energetically. And I feel like there's healing around some sort of grief. Yeah, Five of Cups. So Five of Cups in reverse tells me this could be a past experience, but your past pain is receding here. Hope is emerging. That's what's ascending for you. So if there's been some sort of disappointment, or if October was maybe a challenging month for you, if a loved one, or even if you've gone through something that has ended in the past in October, that seems to be a big time here, maybe in prior years. I feel, Capricorn, that past pain is receding, and you are coming out of that hermit shell. Yeah, you can see that the mock turtle, which is actually a donkey in a turtle shell. So it feels like you're coming out as a different version of yourself, and it may surprise people because they're expecting one part of you, and it's not you anymore. So I feel like you have been transformed, you have been changed, but you're wiser and you are more evolved than most. So this looks to be a very deep transformational month for you. And I see that your outer world could certainly be shifting as well. So what do we have here for November? We have teamwork, family coming together, community coming together, people when you need them the most. You could be part of a team energy here in November. This is about support. It's about helping hands, co-creating. I do see something here with projects or collaborations in the month of November. So I feel like you got a helping hand, or perhaps you are bringing people together in some way. Spirit, why is the helping hand showing up here, please, for Capricorn? We have the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, there's some in the family. There's some cooking. There's some food. Now, Eight of Pentacles is the Dutch in her kitchen. It's the Duchess in her kitchen, and she has a whole countertop and a whole kitchen full of everything that she could ever need to make an elaborate gourmet chef's meal, like 5-course meal here. And I feel like you're hosting. There could be something with food. Thanksgiving is also in the month of November, but this could be a big old gathering where there's a lot of food and people are surrounding themselves, with the family and with each other's company. I feel like this is a month of togetherness. This is a month of celebration is what I'm getting, some sort of celebration. And it feels like the rainbow is here. Like the rainbow comes out after things have felt a little bit stormy, but I feel like you have support, and there's tribe available. This could be children. This can be your friends, community. I also see that you have a newfound sense of strength, courage, and heart. Because look at Dorothy. She's on the yellow brick road with all of her friends, and that lion is right in front of her. And that it looks like the light from the sun is shining down there on the lion. So it almost feels like your strength. Didn't I say something about strength coming in right off the bat? I thought I did, maybe not. But I feel like that strength is saying, You are courageously stepping into the ultimate blessing. You are courageously stepping into, a newfound life for yourself. There is endings bringing in beginnings, but I feel like you're really great at what you do. You're great at your craft. You're great at taking care of others and hosting and just being, who you are. Maybe you're a business owner as well, but it's not just about the roles and the titles that you have. I feel on a deep level, you are a great human being, okay? And it's not just about a human doing in the month of 2025, even though we do have some action showing up. I feel like you're busy being human and experiencing life's joys as well as some of life's, challenges. But I feel like there's a lot of really beautiful blessings coming in for you this year. And November looks to be a very happy time of togetherness. All right, last but not least, you have flexibility. Capricorn, December 2025, the start of Cap season. This is all about divine detours, some change, some adapting. I have a feeling because I'm seeing some new beginnings coming up in the last quarter of the year for you, and also the second. There's going to be some new beginnings popping up throughout the year, but this is a year where at the end, you've adapted into a new way of being, a new way of living your life. And it looks, honestly, completely opposite to the prior years. It feels like you have more flexibility. There's more wiggle room for you to experience life's pleasures and life's joys. Where I seen in the beginning, there's a lot of 10 of Wands. So you've been carrying a lot on your shoulders for quite some time. A lot of responsibilities, just a lot of heaviness, or feeling like you've been burnt out. This year, things can be different for you. And I feel at the end of the year here, there's more flow and there's more movement to kind of be free. It feels like you have a bigger dance space. And so what that means is, instead of practicing a dance right here, I feel like you have more room to expand upon your moves, whatever that may mean for you. Spirit, why is the flexibility card showing up for Capricorn in December of 2025? All right, we have the 9 of Wands, the King of Wands, and the Empath. All right. The Empath is the major arcana bonus card in this deck, and the Empath is someone who, prioritizes self and emotional well-being. Well, of course, he is what his name is. He's an empath. He's a feeler. I feel like you feel quite deeply, and there's something you are reigniting within yourself. There's a renewed sense of determination for your life. I feel like you're feeling your life again. Instead of being a zombie, instead of being a robot, at the end of 2025, you're looking at the entirety of the year and you're saying, I lived. I was able to feel the emotions. I was able to take charge of my life in ways that I wanted to, instead of feeling like I was on autopilot, instead of just going through the motions, you're feeling your way through life. And that's a beautiful energy to be in, Capricorn. So you're definitely stronger. You're determined. You have this resiliency. You have this warrior badge that you wear proudly, as you should, because you have overcome some of life's biggest obstacles. You have persevered through the most challenging times. You have, set some boundaries in place, but I feel like you're coming back here and I feel like you are protected. And I always say when this card shows up, 9 of Wands, you see this knight, the white knight. He has the hawk above him. And no matter how many times he gets knocked off that horse, he has this layer of protection where he gets back up on that horse. He doesn't let anything knock him down. And even though at times you stay down on the ground for a bit before you get back up, you're coming in at the end of the year and you're on that horse. And I feel like you are moving forward with grace and determination and bravery and strength. Yeah, that's that Leo energy that I keep getting here, strength. So, wow, this is powerful. Capricorn, that is what I have for your 2025 reading. If you like the messages, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, and hit that bell if you haven't already. And thank you so very much for tuning in. Lots of love.